What's going on, everyone, and welcome back. Hope everyone's doing good out there. Hopefully, everybody's out there in their cars and getting ready for the season to start. So, if you've been keeping up, I've been pretty much making parts to each video of my winter upgrades, or whatever you want to call it. First, we did the Team Z tubular front end, then we mounted the intercooler and radiator, and then my last video, which was a little long, it was the complete turbo kit, start to finish, cold side, hot side. And the one thing we haven't done yet is the exhaust. This is the fourth part and the final part, probably, because we're going to be starting it up in this video as well. We're going to make the exhaust, paint the front end, button up a few odds and ends, and then hopefully fire this thing up Friday night. That would be ideal. We'll see how it goes. The way my luck is, something probably will happen and we won't get to it, but fingers crossed, we're going to make it work. I just want to hear this thing run. I want to hear how it sounds. I'm just excited to get out there and make a pass. So let's get this video started. It's probably going to be a lot shorter than the last one. The last one, I had so much footage, I didn't want to waste it, so I just said, whatever, let me just throw it all in there. That's probably the longest video I've ever done, but, you know, hopefully people learn something from that and seen the techniques that Kyle used to weld that up. If one person learns something, then it's worth it to me. So let's get this video started and start building the exhaust. Well, Kyle, start building the exhaust. Should have just stuck the 4-inch.
See, now that's what I was saying to you. How it needs, it might be longer. See what I mean? Now, picture if it was longer, it would be like this.
What about that straight piece? Will that make it, I mean, maybe another pry could angle it a different way?
I think we've got enough angle. This is where it would be sweet if we had a lift.
Yeah, I can jack it up a little if you want. I think another pry just needs to be positioned a little different, and then it would angle that right. Like, I think that's a good one right there, them two. But like,
could you measure what that gap is when I pull it out?
Here, let me hold this flat one.
Buddy.
And just cut some angle at the tip. Is that centered in there, or it's hard to tell from up here?
It's centered. It's like perfectly centered. Push it down just a hair. Yeah. Yep. then we'll just use the backwards pie to get out of there straight.
I'm gonna say, or you can just cut the angle out the tip.
Here, I'll show you what I mean.
That way there's no welt hanging out.
It'll make all perfect sense once we, here, let's get that piece off. Down a little bit.
Down?
Yeah, just a hair. Keep going.
Maybe too tight.
Hold that.
It's welding pretty good.
Oh yeah.
It looks good.
Nice and clean.
Yeah. Surprising. Alright guys, tubing is all stripped down, sanded down, cleaned. It's ready to paint, and as soon as that paint dries, we're gonna assemble it and then try to fire this thing up for the first time on the 94 and all the new changes. So we've waited a long time for this day to come. It's finally about here. Hopefully we can start it tonight and see how it sounds. Man, I can't wait.
Drink up, motherfucker. What? No way. Oh, the HP? Yeah. You want me to grab mine?
Yeah, it might be the same computer.
I'll yell to you, alright?
I'm gonna set this throttle real quick and then we can do it.
Alright. I'll try it one more time. It should come up soon. It should be fucking right there.
Yeah. I was about to say I saw it go up to like 25. I didn't want it to squirt too hard. We got oil pressures.
I'll give it one more while it's up the turbo.
30, so.
Plug it in.
Yeah.
How do you get your big ass hand up in here?
Yeah, it's tight.
Did you get it? Yes, sir.
Start a log. Trying to make sure I think I got everything. Should start right up.
Tell me when.
It'll probably run bad, but. Alright, I'm gonna get ready to hit it.
turbo. Or it's just compensation.
Some fuel leaking, that's why I cut it off.
So rubber raggy. Can't believe they ain't drinking in the pool. You got a thermostat or a restrictor on it? Does it have a thermostat?
Yeah, it's got 165.
Okay.
Yeah, usually around 175. They don't, but sometimes it don't because I have a little hole drill in the thermostat. Sometimes it just automatically does it. That's why I really don't have to work it like that. It needs some tuning desperately. All right, looking good, looking complete, looking like a race car now. Got the exhaust done, painted the tubular front end with some VHT roll bar and chassis paint, and no primer needed. You just spray it, and this stuff's solid. I mean, it's durable so far. I've leaned on it, I've scratched it, and it's pretty durable. It looks like that's actually what I used on my roll bar. So yeah, that stuff holds up. So I was gonna do pour 15, but that stuff's way cheaper, so I just did that. I haven't got around to this yet. That's why it's all taped up, because I'm still waiting for the paint to come in. But once the paint comes in, I'll be painting that all red, and then it'll look really good under here again. I've painted this engine bay before, but over time it kind of faded, and I didn't do the best job. Oh, this is Rattle Can. It's that perfect match from Duplicolor, which it's legit. I mean, it matches pretty good, so the name is right. It matches very good. You just got to find your paint code. And yeah, here's the exhaust. The exhaust is looking very good. Exactly what I wanted. Little bullhorn. I'll post up a picture of it with the fender on because it looks really good like that. This is aluminum, and as you can see, it's 1/8 inch thick, 11 gauge, 0.125. So you can use this on exhaust because of the heat, and I used it. The whole pipe is all 11 gauge. Some people say just 11 gauge to the first 12 to 16 inches. I just did the whole thing. I got this material from Wolf Aircraft. I called them Wednesday and it showed up Friday. So less than 48 hours it showed up, ready to go, ready to be welded. So if you need any kind of material, I suggest calling Wolf Aircraft. They'll get you taken care of. As you can see, we had to run a couple pies to make it the angle that I wanted. I wanted a short bullhorn, but close. And I wanted it as flat as possible. So it's kicked a little bit over, which that's fine. That because my last bullhorn, it would all get up on the fender, all the condensation and all. To help prevent that, I also drilled 2 holes in the bottom. So hopefully that'll help with some of the condensation, so it can just drip down at the bottom. But yeah, and after it ran with some color, that turbo's looking good. Got a little gold to it. And then also the hot side's looking really cool as well. It's getting gold. getting some color. I don't know if it shows up on camera well, but yeah, that's gonna look real good when it actually gets some heat to it. Yeah, engine bay wise, I think it's pretty much complete other than the paint. Everything's plumbed. Got the coolant overflow right here that goes right to the bottom of that. And then the top of this line goes all the way to the back bumper. So in case this ever fills up, it won't go near my tires, it'll go all the way out the back. And then I made up this little drain right here. So that drains right there in case it ever fills up. You got the Rife intake air temp sensor. That's supposed to read like super fast and all this. I haven't seen any difference to a GM one, so that's just probably a scam to get you to buy it. But yeah, we got the blow-off valve. This is a Summit. I switched it up this time. Usually I run VS blow-off valves, but this time I wanted to try the Summit because it was about the same price. Yeah, it looks like a nice quality piece. Got the line that goes under the intake for that. This line for the fuel pressure that goes under the intake. A lot of this stuff's the same. Feed line is a 60-inch, so it goes all the way down to the oil cooler adapter plate and then runs all the way up to the turbo feed. The drain off the Maven mount straight down to the pan, if you can see it right there. So not the best downhill, but you know, it's not flat. So, and then we have all the boost control stuff wired up. I'm not a fan of how this looks. I'm probably going to change it up. I have this intercooler pipe off right now, but Kyle welded these on there. So this is going to be for a pre-intercooler air temp sensor that I haven't gotten yet. So that's why it's plugged. And then this is for boost reference. So I didn't have to drill into my brand new turbo. As you can see, it's one of them fancy low dollar fittings. And then that runs this line to the bottom of the gates. And then the CO2 goes to the top. So there's my Mac valves. I wanted everything to be neat and out of the way. So that's why that's mounted down there out the way. Got a DT connector on that. And that all runs back through the firewall. Sorry I'm moving so much. I'm probably making you guys dizzy. But yeah, I wanted to make everything super clean. I didn't want nothing on the strut towers. I didn't want nothing visible. So this is complete right here. Nothing on the firewall, nothing on the strut towers, nothing on the bars, except some zip ties. And I even have that all hidden. That's for the headlights. This is for the overflow, and then this is for the coolant pressure wiring. So that all runs back to the firewall as well. I got the radiator lines all done and hooked up. Just 2 flexible lines. Hopefully they don't leak. One last thing I do have to do is the fan mount. I'm gonna make my own shroud or maybe just try to buy one, I don't know. But right now I only have one tie in it because my other ones are too short. Because it's from my old kit. Yeah, I don't really know what else is there. It's pretty much all there. Alright guys, so that's about it for this video. Next video, I'm gonna try to drive it. As long as a couple little issues get fixed before that, I hope in a week everything's fixed and good to go. There's a couple things I gotta change. I have to adjust the tune a lot. I mean, I got a new throttle body, I got a new turbo, I got bigger piping everywhere. So I kind of already knew it wasn't gonna run great, but I've already made some adjustments in the laptop. I just haven't started it yet. So I believe it's probably pretty close right now. Definitely close to drive. So next video, hopefully next week, we'll be driving this thing, maybe getting into some boost, getting it on the trans brake properly this time, and yeah, making some noise and putting some heat in the pipe. So stick along, turn your notifications on so you get that notification when that video drops, and I'll see you guys next video. Thank you for watching.